DJ Pro gain tutorial. I'm DJ Spiegel Spin, and I'm going to show you all about it. So it's really exciting that a lot of DJs are switching from other DJ apps and programs to DJ Pro. And also, a lot of people that never DJ'd before are downloading DJ Pro and getting into DJing. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys where you could find the gain controls, what the gain controls actually do, and how to set auto gain. So first of all, when you start the app, you are going to be in classic mode, which is going to look something like this. And then you could access the mixer by pressing one of these mixer buttons. So here you have a mixer, and it might look like this at first. So you'll have access to the volume faders over here, and then filters up here, and then your levels are going to be in here. And our gain controls are going to be these little tiny buttons where I have my mouse, these little tiny sliders. And these sliders are really hard to use. So most DJs that been DJing for a while are used to using the gain in every mix, because what the gain does, it adjusts the volume of the track basically. So there's a big fancy definition, but basically it makes the track louder. So sometimes you'll be playing two songs with the volume faders all the way up, but one song will be louder than the other. So what the gain does, some people call it the trim or the gain, but what it does is it can make the track louder or quieter so that it'll be the same volume as the song that you're mixing in from. Because as a DJ, one of the worst things we could do is have inconsistent volumes throughout our sets. So let me show you two controllers. So this was one of the first DJ Pro controllers, and it was designed specifically with DJ Pro, and it was sold at the Apple Store. And it has the gain right here. So this is an older controller, and it has the gain in the mixer section. Now, this is one of the most recent controllers that was made specifically for DJ Pro. And as you see, there is no gain control. So obviously, they don't think the gain control is that important. And the reason is, with DJ Pro, they have auto gain automatically on when you download the app. So if we go over here, press the middle button. Press the middle button, press the settings button. Go down to, I think sound it was? Yeah. So that in this settings, we're going to go to settings, and then we're going to go to sound right here. Now we're in sound. And it has auto limiter, which prevents clipping and distortion. This will just protect your speakers. And then auto gain. It will automatically adjust the song's playback volume to the same level. So with this on, it does a really great job so that we don't ever have to worry about the gain when we're using DJ Pro. So it will automatically adjust the gain to match the other tracks. So let's just take, let me try to find a song that it's going to adjust a lot. I'm just going to turn the volume faders down. So now this is playing there. And now look at what it did. Over here, you could see the gain is adjusted about 25%, because this is a meditation song and like a quiet song. So in order for it to match the volume of the scratch sample, the computer, artificial intelligence, whatever you want to call it, has automatically adjusted the gain so that the volumes will match. So if you see the levels over there and the levels over here, they're about the same. And now watch what happens when I adjust the gain on the scratch sample that it's playing. As you adjust the gain, now we're in the red line. So the worst thing that you could do is be in the red line too long, because if you're at a club, if you're at a party, you could ruin somebody's speakers, you could ruin your own speakers, or you'll just hear a distorted sound because it'll automatically clip out the notes that are too high, and it will sound like you're listening at a really bad speakers, or like if you're listening to a song on your phone, and it won't have all the frequencies that the song is meant to have. So if you have it on auto gain, although it's good, it's not always perfect. So if you see that it's clipping, go to one of these little tiny gain controls and you can adjust it back. I don't know why they made the knobs so small, but that's the way it is. So I would recommend when you're DJing with DJ Pro, if you're not using a controller, at least use a Bluetooth mouse, because with the Bluetooth mouse, it's much easier to grab these really small knobs and do fine adjustments to it. Or if you don't have a mouse, you just have to touch within the knob and then anywhere in the screen. Like my hand's all the way over here on the screen and I'm still adjusting the gain. So you just have to grab it and then you can adjust it. And that is in classic mode. And now if we go over here to pro mode, we are in pro mode, and then over here is our mixer section, and we have the same mixer with the same gain control. Also, if you go over here, there's loop effects, and then mixer, you will have no access to the gain. You only have access to the lows, the mids, the highs, and the filters. So obviously, DJ Pro did not find it that important for us to have easy controls of the gains. Everything else with the mixer section, even the filter, you get a huge filter knob, but the gain is not important. And this might scare people away who are used to using gain every time that they DJ, if they're used to Serato, a record box, or even just DJing with regular turntables, the gain is essential. But with DJ Pro, it is not as important. They give you a little control if you want it, but I definitely recommend keeping the auto gain on, and then you could focus on mixing, you could focus on scratching, you could focus on anything else with your DJ set and not have to worry about the gain. And if you guys are using a controller like this that doesn't have a gain control, you could easily map it in there and you maybe get rid of the highs, maybe get rid of the mids, and then you could use the gain. Or if you're using a controller that already has a gain control, like this one already has the gain control, since I don't use the gain and I use auto gain, I program this gain control to control the filter, because the filter is one of the most popular knobs on controllers now. So I always like to have a filter, so I was able to program it into the gain. So if you like the gain, you can add the gain. If you have the gain and you don't like it on your controller, you can map it to something else. And I made multiple videos on how to map controllers, so just look on my channel for those. So I hope you found value in this video, and if you have any questions about this specific topic or any other topic related to DJ Pro and DJing with the iPad, give me a comment down below. I try to answer every comment that I know the answer to. So subscribe to this channel and give this video a like. I've been making DJ videos every single day.